Hey team, we pulled off our pour yesterday, but it was nothing short of a miracle, and we had some major problems again beyond our control. So it started with the rain, no big deal. I was leaf blowing off the deck above because it was dripping. They forgot to sleeve the gas line, no big deal. Tim Hortons coffee can to the rescue. Concrete showed up, all good, nice mud, and then the problems began. Took 2.5 hours to prime the pump and get pumping. It was crazy. We tried everything. Pump guy didn't know what was going on. Finally, one of my guys said, drop the hopper. We got to see what's going on in there. And we found that. And that's precast, most likely from the pump, not the concrete trucks. And it was clogging up somewhere in the 90. It wasn't clogging the reducer or the lines, but we figure it was just clogging up enough to segregate the mix, and it was sending a weird mix through the hoses, and it was plugging 2 or 3 hoses down the line. So after we dropped the hopper, made a huge mess in front of the house, it started working. So we were off to the races, and I knew we were going to be in trouble. It was going to set fast, right? So we poured it, and then we wiped the first load, and me and Carson were literally stamping within half an hour of pouring that first load. Everybody continued on. I knew we'd be in a rush and a bit of a panic, so I called 2 other finishers. No one was available. So the contractor who got me the job, he came by. He's a finisher, and he helped us place it and made it all happen. The shade tarps definitely saved us. If we didn't have the shade tarps, we would have been toast. So here we are with our initial wipe underneath the deck there, and we snapped our line. We're starting to wipe across, and we're just using our float finish there. Not a fuzzy float finish, more of a smooth finish. And now I got to stamp off that line and work my way into the house because you don't have enough stamps to go all the way across. So once we stamped up to the house, I flopped the stamps over the line, and now we continue in straight lines all the way to the edge of that patio there underneath the overhang. From there, we're jumping back to our stamp line that goes under the deck, and that just carries around to the hot tub pad, but it's a huge stretch. It's like 100 feet long, so we kind of have to stay true to that one snap line and make sure we don't deviate from that. So that line carries us, as you can see, through into that little corridor into the hot tub pad area. Now we're ripping the tarps down because it got super windy, and the tarps are great, but they can cause problems. I've had it before where you leave them up overnight and the wind catches them and it starts whipping them over the concrete, and a little piece of tie wire at the end is just like making major scratches. So always best to rip those down if there's any sign of wind. And here's the last few stamps here, and wow, it was a miracle, but we pulled it off. It looks great. We went with Midnight Bay for the color there, and we had about 1.5 meters of concrete. As you can see, there's about 1 meter of concrete sitting right there. So as tired as I was, I went home and I grabbed the backhoe and I busted it all up because it's easier to do the same day. Thanks for watching, team.